not because your art wasn't good or that I didn't think you were talented. I saw an awful lot of talented artists work on the walls. I was blown away by it. And but I had to pick certain ones. So don't feel as though you are not a good artist. When I was your age, if I didn't win an art contest, I would think I was a terrible artist. It must mean that I'm not good at this. And that's not the case at all. These are wonderful drawings, and you all did a terrific job on them. One of the first things that impressed me about it was the general enthusiasm that went into the drawings. You can see it, it bounces right off the wall. The whole section of the gallery is just suffused with this energy now. And it's just a wonderful place to go and walk through, as a matter of fact. There's a separate tour of the gallery. You can do that all by itself. And a lot of what I see is very courageous, confident artwork. Jumps out at me immediately. Everybody learns to draw at a different rate, different speed, at different times. So, you know, it's kind of it's a mixed bag. When I was your age, I used to draw all the time, and I thought I was awful at it. And so I never showed it to anybody. I was afraid of a second opinion, I guess. And so I sort of suffered along and finally figured out that this was for me. It was a long process. But in terms of the confidence of kids, that I see this happening all the time. I go around and I teach in high schools and elementary schools, and I show various places. And I was in Moscow at the international school where the diplomats' children all go. And I was teaching over there, and for part of the lesson, I passed out paper and I said for everyone to draw whatever they wanted. I wasn't going to direct them or show them something to draw. I was going to have them draw whatever they wanted as part of this exercise. And they immediately started right in, working feverishly, getting their drawings done. And a certain amount of time passed, and it was time for me to collect the papers, and I went around and collected everyone's. And there was one girl who was sitting there. She was probably in second or third grade, and she was still working furtively at her drawing. She was still head buried right down in it. And I said, "What is that?" And she said, "I'm drawing God." And I said, "But honey, nobody knows what God looks like." And she said, "Well, if you could wait 5 minutes." So, kids have a lot of confidence. And so, art, like most things in life, it's like practicing an instrument or playing football. It's like anything you do. Every day you do it, you get better at it. Every time you pick up a pencil to draw, you become a better artist. You might not be able to see it right away, but it happens that way. And you know, there's an old expression about success is 90% perspiration, 10% inspiration. And that means you have to want to get, there's an old story about a fellow with a violin case in New York City, and he asked someone, "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to Carnegie Hall?" And the person said, "Yes, you practice, practice, practice." And that's the way it is with drawing. You get better at it as you go, and you can always look forward to the next drawing being better than the one you're working on. I totally concentrate on the painting I'm working on. I forget about every other picture I've ever made, and I concentrate on one picture at a time. And it's still the same process I was using 30 years ago. And it's the process that I'll always use. And I'm like you, I'm an art student. And I'm still learning things all the time. Every day I paint, I learn new stuff, which is cool. And And I wish that for many of you. I hope you find great satisfaction and joy in making art, making pictures, making music. It's all the same, it's all artwork. And it's an important part of how we figure out who we are. The grand prize winner was Jacob Height.
Doesn't he have to tell us a story about it?
And we have a People's Choice winner, who is Bailey Joe Mooney. Wrap that up before you guys get too fidgety. So congratulations to everybody. Remember what I said about those kids. You all got a prize. You all did wonderful work, and you all took place in a grand adventure. And hopefully we'll do it again next year.
Yeah.